we need to talk. Yes, this is another yapping video, blah blah blah, the yap is now in session, whatever. This is pretty interesting, so I thought I'd bring it to your attention as well. On my Discord server, link in the description, we have a whole channel where we have bootleg general discussion. Anything and everything bootleg is talked there. So I got a tip from someone, one of the top G's of the cafe, Contrafell. He says, "Jake, I'm here to warn you, your job is not done." While looking through the Lost Media Wiki, I came across a brand new article that was written. It sure was written, that's for sure. But it had a pretty interesting concept attached to it. There are a lot of bootleg NES publishers, but a fairly known one is the Chinese developer and publisher Waixing. Now, something that I never knew is that Waixing actually had catalogs that show their newest releases. Here's one of them, and he shows this right here, which I will blow up for you right here and right now. And I'll probably even leave the Imgur link in the description as well. He says, presumably this is from 1996, since a different scan of another page from the catalog can also be found in the same place as the other page. Imgur shows 9612, which we can assume is the same catalog due to the same page color and the same scanning artifact down the middle. He goes on and says, now why do I talk about this? Because if we do a very simple Google translation of this catalog page, we find a familiar name under upcoming releases. Toy Story. Remember, this isn't an KafeJake catalog, this is a Waixing catalog. This ain't your daddy's Toy Story. KafeJake being the developer and publisher of the well-known Toy Story NES bootleg that I've covered before on this channel. Could this just be a random game titled Toy Story? Yes, absolutely. Hell, they could even be printing the bootleg we all know and love for all we know. However, there is a chance, a slim, slim chance, that somewhere out there, it lives, sleeping, waiting to get its revenge. He goes on and sends these screenshots of various Waixing games here. I was going to bring up how Waixing has actually done NES ports for certain games, like Resident Evil PS1 mixed with Gaiden, Link to the Past, and Pokemon Red. But while looking for the info I needed off of the Bootleg Games fandom, the place where I found the source of most, if not all, of the info the Lost Media Wiki page had, I ended up finding out that they've actually modified other bootlegs before and released them as their own. And he shows The Lion King Lengang, which is a hack of Super Lion King, and it was released by Waixing in February of 1997. The second one here is Myth Struggle. It's a modification of Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden 2 by Waixing, which is based on the Fenjing Bong, the Messenger of the Gods, a 16th century Chinese novel. Yes, I know my Roman numerals. Learn your Roman numerals, kiddos. The developer of the original Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden 2 is Hummer Team. So they pluck ROMs away, modify it a little bit, put it in their own cartridge, and then spit it back out into the public. Contrafell goes on to say, so while a case could be made for this game either being the same thing as the KafeJake bootleg, I would like to point out that some people believe that bootleg to have come out in 1997. Meanwhile, this one was marked as upcoming back in possibly 1996. But there's really no source for either of these claims, since there's no source for the March 1997 claim, nor do I have much evidence to prove the catalog was from 1996 apart from circumstantial points. And even if it was a copy of the other bootleg, for all we know, it could have some stuff changed around. Or maybe it doesn't even exist at all. There's no real confirmation of this game's existence besides this one page. And it shows the date right there, March 1997. And of course I respond, oh shit, what? Holy hell, we might have a fucking Lost Media Toy Story bootleg? He says, I'm afraid so. Toy Story is Lost Medias, just like the entire Toy Story Black Friday reel. Contrafell goes on to say, but yeah, I was just randomly going through pages on Lost Media Wiki, and apparently this is a thing. Also, I've heard no one talk about it. So, the search, it's on. The search is on, folks. Consider this a call to action. I don't have a bounty anywhere because I'm kind of a small potatoes guy. I can't really do that. But if anyone were to ever find this, this would be a massive W for both the Bootleg Games and Lost Media communities, and just a massive W for game preservation overall. So for anyone out there that might be watching this, if you ever come across a game cartridge with Waixing and Toy Story on it, dump that shit. dump that shit. These communities will thank you. Now, mind you, this still could completely be just a nothing burger. I mean, it's completely speculative that anything different from the Yihao Yang bootleg is actually in this thing. There's no evidence that it's anything different from the Yihao Yang. There are no screenshots, there's no footage. That catalog is the only thing that we have to go off of right now. But I tell you, hypothetically, if anyone were to ever get a hold of this thing and dump it and it's just the Yihao Yang bootleg, I'm going to have a generational crash out. So it could be one of three things. Number one, it could be its own thing, something brand new, something we haven't seen before. We could have new levels, we could see Pizza Planet, we could see Sid's room. Again, this is all up in the air, it's completely speculative. Number two, this could just be the Yihao Yang bootleg with some modifications and alterations to it. Or number three, and the most unfortunate one, it could just be the Yihao Yang bootleg that Waixing basically just freebooted and put back into the market. So I want to know what your thoughts are. What do you think it could be? Is it its own thing? Is it something completely new that we haven't seen before? Or is it just the Yihao Yang bootleg from 1997 with the Waixing stamp on it? Let me know down below. And remember, the search is on. Operation Bootleg Buzz is now in session.